Tigers drop game 3 out of 4 to the Twins, and a lot of the same issues for the Tigers in this one. Comeback falls a little bit short. Twins go up pretty big early on, and let's talk about that because Framer Valdez in this game wasn't good whatsoever. This was a little bit of a difficult lineup for him to go up against because Framer's a pitcher that is going to really require a lot of ground balls. Just his stuff really kind of aligns with that, and you have to again give credit to the Twins because this is a lineup that can truly lift the ball, and I thought they did that very, very well against Framer. They were able to put up 6 runs in the first inning. Really makes it obviously difficult to come back. The Twins didn't completely lift the ball, but I think there's a little bit of a happy medium where they're able to truly drive the ball, which obviously caused issues for Framer, caused a lot of runs to be put up in the first inning. Now, after the first inning, Framer was a little bit better than that first inning, but it's really hard to come out of this game thinking that Framer was good. 5 innings, 10 hits, 8 earned runs, only 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. He gave you a little bit of length, which is obviously good, but when you're down 6-0 early on in the game, 7-0 at the fourth, that's really, really difficult for any team to come back from. And I think the Tigers did a really good job of fighting back. I think that's one thing as of this point that you can truly say is that the Tigers aren't going to lay down. And I think that is obviously a really good characteristic. But I think the Tigers really have an issue going down early, especially in this series. Also, the Tigers have had an issue getting guys out when there's 2 strikes. That was the same thing that happened in this game. The Twins, when they get to 2 strikes, somehow find a way to really get the ball in play. And unfortunately, that obviously is really frustrating for Tigers fans. That's really frustrating for Tigers pitchers. But again, this is a Twins team that can hit. This is a Twins team that truly showed so far, and at least a couple of these games in this series, that if you don't get them out on 2 strike counts, if you throw pitches that aren't competitive, like they're going to be able to wait for better pitchers. They're going to be able to drive those pitches. And again, the Twins have been really, really good. But let's talk a little bit more about this comeback for the Tigers, because I think after that, the Tigers had some pretty good play appearances. They were able to get guys on base. They're able to also get to, again, the Minnesota Twins bullpen. I thought Ober was pretty good for the Twins starting wise. 5 2/3 innings, 2 earned runs. Tigers did a really good job of just continuing to really put guys on base after he was able to get out. Banda was the main guy that the Tigers were able to really attack. You have to mention Dylan Dingler. I thought Dylan Dingler, his plate appearances were really, really good in this game. I thought he was probably the best bat in the lineup. Gleyber Torres had a couple really good play appearances. Really outside of that, there's only one situation in this game that I kind of want to talk about. I really want to talk about the 8th and 9th inning, because at that point it was a 6-8 game. The Tigers had a lot of momentum coming back. They had 3 runs in the 7th. Could have been more than that. It really started with the Torres double. Green got an infield single. Green scored on a wild pitch. After that, the Tigers had 2 opportunities in the 8th and the 9th inning to be able to at least put up runs, be able to possibly tie it. And it starts out with the 8th inning, and I've been giving this guy a lot of credit. I specifically even said last recap that he's been the best hitter for the Tigers this year, and that's Kevin McGonigle. And Kevin McGonigle was able to work a 3-0 count, and he swung at a pitch that was up, a fastball that was up, and going up against that relief pitcher for the Twins, his stuff and his fastball rises a little bit. And I don't necessarily love that he swung at that pitch. I do think if it was a little bit lower, there's a real opportunity to lift it or drive it. But just because of his ability to really have his fastball rise a little bit, I didn't like that swing. I like the confidence. I like that the coaching staff trusts him to make that decision. But like, worst case scenario is 3-1. and you still have an ability to draw a walk. You still have an ability to maybe even get a better pitch from there. It wasn't even straight down the middle, and unfortunately, because he was able to pop up, Tigers weren't able to score any runs. They got out the next appearance. And then obviously the ninth inning as well. There was one out, person on first and second. Really nice play by the Twins relief pitcher, Funderburk. I thought he made not only the right decision, but he made a great play after a little bit of a kind of bouncer up the middle. It was first and second. He threw it to second because if he throws it to first, yes, he gets the easier out, but you have a person on second and third, a hit after that. Obviously, it means that Tigers tie the game. Obviously, Tigers don't get hit after that. Zach McKinstry had a pretty good play appearance in that point, and he also really had a good just hit overall. And unfortunately, the Twins defense was able to make the play. Tigers obviously fall short 8-6. Just really, really difficult series so far. This is a series that the Tigers absolutely did not want to have. Obviously, you still have an ability to win game 4. I think the Tigers absolutely need to win game 4. They're 4-8 right now. This is a Tigers team that is really, really struggling. And it just kind of stinks, but they are able to respond back tomorrow, maybe get a win, maybe gain a little bit of momentum. You've gotten down really early, and if you get out to a really good start, there's a real possibility you can win game 4. But just these last 2 games have been pretty similar to each other, just getting down early, team fighting back. Again, full credit to them for that. Very, very good side. But when you go down 4, 6, 7 runs in the last 2 games, it takes a lot to come back in. Both of the times they fall short. So a lot of the same issues, but we'll see if the Tigers respond back tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts. Are you worried about the Tigers at all? I'm not really at this point. Will the Tigers win game 4? Let me know what your thoughts are. Please like, subscribe, comment as well. Thanks for tuning in this episode and tune in to the next one.